Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the first episode of what I hope is a recurring bit of content on my channel. This, as some of you may know, is Adventure Quest 3D by Artix Entertainment, and it's a game I am personally very excited to be producing content about. So, without further ado, let's dive into this week's update, which is Sandsea Part 2. So, here we have the new weapons available in this update. There are 5 in total. The Sand Staff, the Sandsea Skewer, the Sandshark Reaper, the Scarab Pincer Claws, and the Sandworm Splitter. And the stats are as follows. The Sandsea Staff has 433 health, 721 attack, 423 crit, and 720 haste. The Sandsea Skewer has 356 health, 798 attack, 362 crit, and 331 haste. The Sandshark Reaper, 356 health, 798 attack, 408 crit, and 285 haste. The Scarab Pincer Claws, 337 health, 817 attack, 347 crit, and 347 haste. And finally the Sandworm Splitter with 313 health, 841 attack, 385 crit, and 308 haste. These are all compared against a power 690 Carnivora wand, which is no longer available, but that's something we'll cover later on. Here is what the weapons look like. Sandsea Staff, it's kind of green, gold, it looks alright. The Sandsea Skewer, I'm not entirely sure what they were going for here with the old red and green. It's just really doesn't really go. The Sandshark Reaper, which is, you know, gold and red, and it kind of matches my color palette, but I don't like the look of it at all. It doesn't look good to me. The Scarab Pincer Claws, which I think look pretty cool. I'd never use them because they're not red, but that's just me. The Sandworm Splitter, which is now the best attack weapon in the game, I believe. Again, red and green. I'm not sure I like it. Yeah, it's just not my thing. The new Sandsea update has implemented a new mechanic for the desert in which you now suffer from dehydration if you are too far away from one of these save points. It says the heat is too intense to bear, but this area feels refreshing. So, in order to avoid this particularly embarrassing fate, there have been some new items added to the game, which are water bottles, which will keep you hydrated for 30 seconds, and Moglinade, which is a craftable item, available from the 2 camps in the desert and the water vendor in Bastion, which will keep you hydrated for up to 2 minutes. You have to complete an associated quest in order to get Moglinade and then share the recipe with those 2 camps. But yeah, I think that's a pretty interesting mechanic, and I for one am all for it. Now, to highlight some of the more negative aspects of this week's update, initially mobile devices were having trouble accessing dungeons in public lobbies. However, due to a hotfix released on the day of me writing this bug has now been rectified. So, we all saw another thing coming, which is the Tomb of the Sandsea has now been removed from the adventure list. It's been there for a long time, and once they added the dehydration mechanic to the desert, of course they were going to wall off the entrance to the tomb behind their brand new mechanic in order to showcase it and, you know, make players go through that. Item scaling has been removed, well, not really removed, but, you know, altered with this new update. So Gorthor's axe, for example, says 650. This is a persistent bug in that you will craft the item at 670, but it no longer scales up to 690 as it did last week. This hotfix is not retroactive, and any of you who already have 690 power items, such as myself, from the daily bosses, will find your inventory unaffected. All in all, I think this is a decent update to the game and brings us ever closer to the conclusion of the Sandsea storyline. The bugs mentioned in this video were fixed between me starting to plan this video and finishing it, so leave it to Artix Entertainment to fix their game at breakneck speed as per usual. The weapons, although new and powerful, aren't the best looking, as I'm sure some of you will agree. Personally, I think the only one worth looking at is the Scarab Claws, but I'll never really use them. They're not red, and that's just my opinion and personal preference. If you've made it this far, then thank you very much for watching. Please comment, like, and subscribe, because it really helps, and I will see you next time.